The maid of honor. Hook. She found out on the third day of her honeymoon. Not from a text. Not from a rumor. She found out because her brand new husband never came back from the hotel bar, and her sister's room was empty. Both of them. Gone. The wedding dress was still hanging in the closet. The champagne was still chilling on ice. And the woman who had planned every single detail of the most important day of her life, the flowers, the vows, the first dance song, had been planning something else entirely. For a very long time. Background. Let's go back. She had always been the steady one. Practical. Loyal. The kind of woman who shows up to every birthday, every breakdown, every 2 a.m. phone call. Her sister was the opposite. Magnetic. Spontaneous. The one who walked into a room and owned it. They were close. Genuinely close. The kind of sisters who finished each other's sentences and shared a look across a crowded room that said everything without a single word. When she got engaged, her sister cried. Happy tears. Real tears. She held her face in both hands and said, you deserve this. You deserve every single bit of this. She believed her. She made her the maid of honor. That was the first mistake. The betrayal unfolds. The planning started immediately. Her sister threw herself into it, venue tours, cake tastings, florist consultations, seating charts. She was obsessed. Everyone noticed. Their mother called it beautiful. Their friends called it dedication. Looking back now, she calls it something else. There were signs. There are always signs. Her fiancé started texting more. Nothing suspicious, just more. He'd laugh at his phone and say work stuff, and she believed him because why wouldn't she? Her sister started dropping little comments. He's so funny. You're so lucky. Small things. Individually meaningless. Collectively? A blueprint. There was one moment she keeps replaying. 3 weeks before the wedding, she walked into the kitchen and her sister and her fiancé were standing too close. Talking too quiet. They stepped apart when they heard her. Her sister smiled and said just talking about the speech. She laughed it off. She helped her sister pick the earrings she wore to the wedding. The wedding itself was perfect. Of course it was. Her sister made sure of that. The flowers were exactly right. The lighting was exactly right. The vows made the whole room cry. Her new husband looked at her like she was the only person alive. Or she thought he did. That night at the reception, she caught her sister and her husband dancing, just a few seconds longer than they should have. She told herself she was being paranoid. It was her wedding day. She was tired. She was emotional. She was right. The aftermath. Day 3 of the honeymoon. He went to the bar. She waited. 1 hour. 2. She called his phone. Voicemail. She walked down to her sister's room, they'd all flown to the same resort, family tradition, and knocked on the door. Silence. She got the front desk to check. The room had been cleared out. Luggage gone. Both of them. They had booked a flight together. 48 hours before the wedding. 48 hours before the wedding. She sat on the floor of that hotel hallway in her silk pajamas and she didn't cry. She said she just went completely still. Like something inside her simply switched off. What happened next is where the story turns. She didn't chase them. She didn't beg. She went home, she called a lawyer, and she dismantled that marriage with the same precision her sister had used to build the wedding. The house. The joint account. The business investment he'd talked her into 6 months earlier, she unwound every single thread. Her sister tried to reach out twice. She never responded. Last she heard, it didn't last. It never does when it starts like that. Reflection. Here's what I keep thinking about. Her sister knew her better than almost anyone alive. She knew her dreams. Her fears. She stood at the altar and watched her promise her life to someone, and she let it happen. She helped it happen. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. Made over and over again, in every fitting room, every phone call, every asterisk I love you, sis. Asterisk. Some betrayals don't happen in a single moment. They're built, carefully, like a wedding. CTA. If this story hit you somewhere deep, follow this channel. Real stories. Real betrayal. Real people finding their way through. New story every single week. And if you've lived something like this, drop it in the comments. You're not alone.